Okay, well, I decided to be done with the apple tree. It's been several hours, probably about an hour and a half the first time, and probably less than an hour this time because I didn't really do too much, just evaluating other things. So, anyway, this is what I took off. The main portion. There's also these three big branches over here that I took out. They were all like, this one was literally growing straight up like that from the middle, straight up. So wasn't planning on taking a lot of big stuff out, but I took it out because everything on the end, there's probably almost a dozen, 10, 12 water sprouts going straight up, and absolutely straight up. And so rather than just cutting them all off individually, I just decided to take the whole thing out. And this one, I think this one had to do with probably the same type of thing, just going straight up. Also a lot of the not good pieces looking there, and not really good useful piece, so I took that out as well. And this piece over here, once again, this one was going over into the neighbor's yard, across the fence, and also, as you can see, bending over and then going straight up, straight up, straight up. So another dozen water sprouts going straight up. And originally, I wasn't going to take it, but when I cut this limb off here, I don't know how well you can see that with the light, but it was all dark inside instead of the nice, goodly colored wood there. It was dark. So I didn't want to leave it. I was afraid, plus with all this other gunk going on there and crap, I decided to just take the whole thing down here. Down here it was nice and healthy, so decided that was the best thing, because I think this is the piece here. I think that's how it went. It was like this. This was all, as you can see, rotted crap up. Took it off and then boom. Still crappy, so kept going, went down another foot, some good stuff to the next junction, so that was good to go. So anyway, this is the mess. It's a lot of wood, but there was a lot of work, and the majority of what I did was simply topping the tree off. You can see now it's a lot shorter. The tallest limbs there are probably 10 feet, and so a lot of that was the water sprouts and stuff. I got rid of them, left some in the back there just because it's kind of tricky to get to, and I figured I'll leave that for later. But so much shorter now, so now, like I said, 8 to 10 feet is the top of that, and I'll clean up more next year, but didn't want to take it all out. Ended up going with just due to circumstances, trying to figure out the overall shape of the tree, making it kind of an open vase, because that's kind of the way it was going. It wasn't a good central leader. It was all base went up crooked and kept going and all this weird stuff. And it was, once I took this one, because it was going straight up into nothingness, and this one because it was diseased, or both of these straight up and nothing and all that, then there wasn't much reason to not make it an open center. And now it's a beautiful sky in the middle here, so I think next year I'll probably take this one and maybe this guy, and then this guy right here, this guy right here, and that will make it totally open in here and ready to go. So this tree has a lot of problems, still does. You can see a tiny little mummified apple fruit, lots of wounds, and just really crappy looking condition. A lot of fruit like this all over the place now that I could see in there. A lot of this weird stuff, I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is, what's going on. I don't know I see that a lot, which doesn't make me very confident about what's going on, which is why once I did brought the tree's height down, and also took off some of those major limbs. I didn't really do much more because I didn't really know what to do. I can't tell which limbs are going to survive. Some look really crappy, and so I don't want to cut too much in case, I don't want to say, oh, this is the limb I want, and that one die, and this one survive. So I just kind of held back, and most of the time during the second part, I just trimmed a little bit up here and there and stuff, but more than anything, just looking at the tree and trying to figure out what all this stuff is with the what's going to happen. Sometimes I get spots like this, which doesn't look good. Looks like there's something going on in there. It doesn't look healthy. I don't know if I should cut that back further. It's really confusing, so really interested to see what's going to happen, which is why once again I'm trying to shoot all this video and pictures to see what happens. I don't know if these are supposed to be the fruiting spurs, that but they look horrible. They look dead and diseased, but I can't tell. And like I said, hopefully we'll be able to compare this to what happens in spring, and hopefully something good will happen and we'll get some flowers and leaves, and then we can go from there. Last year, all leaves, no flowers, so none that I could find, but we will see what happens, and then go from there. So anyway, almost all the tips had the mildew. A lot of these fossilized flowers, blooms from last year, and I don't know what happened to kill them. I know that there was fruit 2 years ago, so they weren't from there, but I don't know if those were they bloomed and then something hit them and killed them, or what. I don't know how the whole taking a year off thing normally goes for a tree, but took last year off, and I hope it was just stress and from the year before, and then got out of it. But I guess we'll see. But maybe come back and do some more summer pruning. I don't know. I'll have to definitely consult some more references to how much I can do and take off. Like I said, a lot of the top gone, center gone a little bit, but still not where I want it to be with overhead limbs and shading. But I think it's definitely going to have a nice future if it can survive this, whatever's going on. So even if I don't get apples for a couple years, as long as it survives, that's the only thing that matters to me on this one, because it is a very old tree, relatively speaking here with the others, and very strong, and just hope that it's going to turn out. Alright, we'll see you later.